with you today, and that's unfortunate because Bill Wyman and Cliff Richard are on, and it would have been a hoot to be there. But anyway, I'm sure they'll do very well without me. So here's Countdown.
Cliff Richard has been making hits for an amazing 23 years, and he doesn't look like stopping now. In fact, he's bigger than ever. Cliff's wired for sound and wired up for his latest Australian tour, which is a sellout right across the country.
I'd like to introduce somebody now who's a real good friend of mine who's had more hits this season than Greg Chappell. But I'm sure he's never had a pair. The wonderful Cliff Richard.
Good grief, it's like running the gauntlet.
I know. Listen, welcome to... This is actually your first Countdown, really, isn't it?
Well, I've done things with you for Countdown.
I know,
haven't I?
but it's the
I've
first
never
one.
actually been here.
All right. Now, no waving behind. Now, come on.
Settle down.
We have these rules here.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's
yeah.
part of the rule, is it?
So, listen,
What?
I mean, hit after hit after hit.
I know.
Actually... No, listen, I mean, would you say, like, Wired for Sound is sort of a change of image? You're rolling around on roller skates?
Yeah, well, I suppose it is in a way. I just had to remember how to do it because I did it when I was at school.
Right.
But it's much easier now. You kids have it really easy because they've got these boots, you know.
Right.
Whereas in our day, you clipped down the sole of your shoe and most of the time the sole came off. So, I mean, it was really hard, but I just had to remember to sort of stay upright. In fact, if you watch the video, I get better throughout the day because it took a whole day.
Well, now, listen, some people may know, a lot don't. You actually sort of really helped Olivia on her way to stardom. And many Australians, Terry Britton,
Well, I mean, it's easy to help people if they're really good, you know.
Right.
I mean, Olivia was really great. She looked great, so she appeared on my TV show for about 8 weeks. I introduced her, yeah, but, I mean, I reckon she'd have made it anyway, and someone else could probably...
But you seem to be very close with Australian, sort of either songwriters or singers and that. It seems to be this
Well,
sort of thing.
Australia is packed with talent.
Oh.
I know
Look
the
at her
right
in the
things
Mr.
to
Popularity
say.
contest.
Yeah, I know exactly what to say at the right time.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what, we must go into talking about hits. We're about to go into Countdown Chartbusters, which you dominated last year and obviously going to do the same this year. So would you like to intro the Countdown Chartbusters?
Well, here they are, folks, the Chartbusters, countdown and all.
Boy. Well, that was Kevin and the boys. We're getting so excited. I hope it works for you, mate. It's a good one. Oh, this is chaos, is it not?
Absolute chaos. I thought you always had it under total control.
No, well, not today, obviously not. Now, listen, one thing that there's probably a touchy question, but it's something that you've always been able to live up to and still come up with the hits, and it's never affected you, although one would think it could affect some, is your whole Christian belief and things like that, you know?
Well, I mean, I don't find it hard to put them together. I mean, most people try and split up what they believe religiously with what they do in the world, whereas in point of fact, we should put them together because we are built like that, you know, we're physical, but we also have a spiritual attitude.
Right.
So I don't find it a great difficulty to bring it together at all.
Right.
It's helped my career fantastically because it put my head straight, and most people who have careers like ours, if your head's not together, if you're not thinking correctly, it's so easy to just fall by the wayside or go right off the rails.
Is it hard for you to sort of really come to grips with this span of people now, of an audience you've got? I mean...
It's very difficult to come to grips with people who know me, who weren't born when my career started, like this lot.
Right.
I mean, they weren't born when I started singing. It's fantastic. So the fact that they know Wired for Sound or whatever, it's a very satisfying thing.
Right. Now, as far as the future's concerned, I mean, there must come a time sort of like where you sort of think about it and think, well, look, I've had it. I mean, I don't care how many more hits I'm going to have. Or doesn't it?
I'd like to think it could happen that way, but I've got a feeling more likely I'll wake up one morning and no one's buying my records anymore.
I don't think that's going to happen. And the next chap we've got on has also had a string of hits. I mean, there's been a little group called the Rolling Stones.
I know.
It's incidental, really. Right, he's gone out in his solo career and, well, I mean, just mixing it with the Rolling Stones, and it's proved to be a huge success. Right. So would you like to present?
Yeah, this, of course, is Bill Wyman. I've met him, you know. It's bound to be a smash. It's called Come Back, Suzanne. Let's go with Bill.
Having the name of you and Charlie, having the name of being the reserve members of the Rolling Stones, the guy that just introed you before, so if you'd like to do the honours.
Absolutely. Here's the next hit, Richard, by Cliff. Record.
He's sounding like me.
This is going to be a big hit for Cliff Richard. Daddy's Home.
Yeah, it out. It's stealing my thunder.
Our chartbuster of the week, first time in at 13.
You're my love, you're my angel, you're the girl of my dreams. And I'd like to thank you for waiting patiently. Daddy's home, Daddy's home to stay. Your best friend Ronan told me you had teardrops in your eyes. Daddy's home, Daddy's home to stay. It wasn't Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday went by. It wasn't on a Tuesday afternoon. All I could do was cry. But I made a promise that you'd treasure. Thank you. And I made it back home to you. Waited for this moment to be by your side. Your best friend Ronan told me you had teardrops in your eyes. Daddy's home, Daddy's home to stay. Daddy's home to stay. I'm not 1,000 miles away.
Well, you've survived the madness, you two.
So far, we've got to get out now.
Yeah. So have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, terrific, thanks, yeah.
Great, isn't it? It's a great show.
It's Adam and the,
Molly, when are you going to play Antwerp?
I beg your pardon?
Antwerp.
hopefully not at all.
No. Next week.
Great.
All right.
The more the better.
Now, can we say goodnight? Would you like to say goodnight?
Sure.
Would you say goodnight?
Good night, Pam.
Say goodnight to Cliff and
Night,
Bill.
Pam. See ya.
And Cliff and Bill.
Oh, good night, Bill. Good night, Bill.
Did your mothers know you're out like this? Did your mothers know you're out like this?
I just talk about this back home while this lot's
I know.
sorted out. I'd like to say on behalf of
Thanks, Brad, for coming on the
this
show.
really terrific show, and
can't
it's
wait
wonderful to be on here with you all.
See you later.
Let's say goodbye to the people back home.
Over there. Lily Dale, whatever it is. The number one song is Soft Girl Tainted Love. Good night, Australia. Thank you, Tim.